Boo! Hello guys, and welcome back to another cold stream. On today's stream, we are back with some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, and as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, we are going to be testing more, maybe the same, post-Banlist decks to see if something at all actually changed, and if it actually matters. Generally speaking, the ban list that comes after things like the Duelist Cup and the WCQs tends to be more heavy-handed. They tend to be more aggressive in their limitations and bans and stuff like that because they're trying to shake up the meta. They're trying to answer something that was clearly a problem, etc., etc. This ban list was very much so not that. Right? Neither of these ban lists, this ban list in particular, but this one even more so, or equally so, I should say, both of which don't really change a whole lot. Now, in theory, in game theory, right, the idea of Oak being banned should change quite a bit. Right? This, theoretically, should change the top deck. Again, if we look at the top decks currently in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, or at least what was the top decks in regards to the WCQ. Let me actually find the top 100. Here we have Fiendsmith Snake Eyes, or specifically Snake Eyes, right? Taking up the largest percentage of the top 100. So, if anything were to be hit, it would be Snake Eye Fiendsmith, right? Crystron is too new, just came out, likely not going to receive a hit. Blue Eyes is the pet deck, likely not going to receive a hit, and everything else was kind of minuscule in its representation. Maybe Tenpai receives some hits, maybe Mermail Atlantean receives some hits. Doesn't really make sense to hit them. I think the reason for that is because either Malice or Ryzeal in July, which in theory would shake up the meta. I do agree. I think that is more likely. However, with that being said, I have heard so many people specifically talk about how devastating the Oak ban actually is, and I want to shit on those people by fundamentally telling them that they're incorrect because it's funny. Because I'm mean. I cannot fathom as to why so many people, including world champions like Joshua Schmidt, think that the Oak ban does anything. I remember watching Joshua Schmidt's video specifically on this ban list, and him saying, this should be enough. These limitations, the Oak ban and the Golem limitation, should be enough to push Snake Eye out of the metagame and to kill that deck in specific. And I don't know if you've ever looked at any of their deck lists, but that doesn't do anything. This seems like cope. It seems like cope. And I'm here to rip that copium out of your mouth and genuinely tell you that Snake Eyes is still going to be here. And I hate to say it, but it's still going to be here. Unless another deck shows up. And even if another deck were to show up, if we just get Ryzeal, or if we just get Malice, it's not going to be enough. Because you're still going to be able to play Snake Eye. Because if we look at the TCG in Ryzeal Malice format, right? Snake Eye was still there. It was still one of the top decks, and it was the best use of Fiendsmith, which was very strong. Right? It was not until they actually banned the OSS that the deck actually died. Will the Oak ban actually mean that? is the case with Ryzeal and or Malice, maybe. But if there's just one of them, I don't think this deck is bad enough to, like, fully be pushed out of the meta. And I hope that that is the case as well, because if we only receive Ryzeal or Malice, that could genuinely turn into a tier 0 meta if we don't have something else to contest it. So I'm not unhappy with the limitation, but I also would have preferred either a heavier hit to Snake Eye to actually push it out of the metagame entirely and make sure that it can't play the game, or I would have preferred to just keep it around more at its full power and deal with potentially something else, so that at the very least Snake Eye could compete with some of the new decks. That being said, there's also just genuinely a chance that for some reason we don't get Ryzeal nor Malice prior to Worlds. We're gonna get at least one of them once Worlds shows up. Am I gonna play Malice when it comes out? Probably. Excuse me. If we look at what we have left, I don't think we have anything in Rage of the Abyss, right? I think we got, like, all of the stuff from Rage of the Abyss currently in Master Duel. I'm lying to you. Wait, hold on. Wasn't that just announced not too long ago? Wrong button. Selection pack. No, it was the Arcana Force and the Glad Beast stuff. Surely they also add the 6 Samurai stuff in here, right? What else could possibly... Actually, I guarantee they're going to make, like, the Arcana Force stuff, like, super expensive for no reason. That is, like, a genuine question, or a genuine possibility. But surely the 6 Samurai stuff is also in there. I do not remember this card. Oh, that's why. Anyway, I think we have most of, if not everything, from Rage of the Abyss. So technically speaking, right, stay with me. Technically speaking, the next set is Crossover Breaker, which we have gotten Ryuge from. So theoretically, we should be getting at least Ryzeal or Malice from this. However, Konami is a dirty scumbag, are dirty scumbags, and are likely just going to give us something absolutely terrible instead. Like, for example, we might randomly get Odeon instead, or we might get... I don't know. What's another deck that we have yet to receive in Master Duel? No, we got all of that stuff. I don't know, maybe we get something from, like, Supreme Darkness that we haven't gotten yet. What if we got everything from here? Literally everything's in this set. Everything, like, we've already gotten everything. I guess except for Mitsu, but, like, there's no way we're getting that. What's crazy is, again, theoretically speaking, we should have already gotten Crossover Breaker, like, ages ago. We should have gotten both Ryzeal and Malice ages ago. This has been, like, a full year. Well, half a year, right? It's been about 6 months, right? So we should have gotten it by now. We've gotten almost everything from Supreme Darkness. And we've even started getting stuff from, like, Maze of the Master. So we are kind of skipping a few sets. That being said, I don't know if they're going to give us both Ryzeal and Malice before Worlds. If we do end up getting both Ryzeal and Malice before Worlds, the ban list didn't matter, you didn't need to hit anything, and it wouldn't have changed any of what the actual meta would end up becoming. Because genuinely speaking, that drastically changes the meta if both of those decks are in there. If only one, doesn't matter. The rest of the metagame does matter for Worlds, and you do need to deal with something in that regard. in regards to both of them, the meta itself fundamentally changes because it's similar to when Yubel and Snake Eye were meta at last Worlds. That's what it would be for this Worlds. And it would just be a drastically different meta. The Snake Eye limits would not matter realistically. Potentially they could, but like for the most part, not really going to change a whole lot. So, all in all, it depends on what we get in the next set. Technically speaking, this is a bonus set, if I'm not mistaken. Because of, like, I don't know. I could be wrong. This could actually be the set. But the reason I say I think it's a bonus set is because if we look at the actual shop itself, they generally have, like, 4 sets happening at a time. 3, generally, right? So, we'd be losing these 2, right? This one was a reprint set, which I think, or like, yeah, it's mostly a reprint set. So I would imagine this is going to be more so what it is something that's like a reprint set. And then we get another set that's a full-on set. That's a full-on selection pack. I could be wrong about that, but I also wouldn't be surprised if Konami released 2 packs and announced the next one in like a week. Or something like that. That's all. Like, if we end up getting, I don't know, Ryzeal or something like that, I wouldn't be surprised. That being said, we could also only get them, like, closer to Worlds, or maybe we just don't get them before Worlds at all, and maybe we just have some terrible, no good, very bad packs prior to Worlds. But I don't know. You managed to get the Cubic Fusion up to the maximum attack? That's crazy. Very unpredictable what Konami will do with the game. They might even put in the new ritual support before Ryzeal. That's the thing, is like, I struggle to think of what Konami would do at this point, because I could realistically see them, since we still have yet to receive Ryzeal or Malice, this pack should have contained Ryzeal or Malice. Like, realistically speaking, this pack right here should have contained one or the other. And the reason I say that is because, genuinely speaking, if they wanted to introduce that into the metagame for Worlds, that's what it should have been. This is the pack, or this was the pack. One of those was the pack to actually release those in. Now that we are as close as we are to Worlds, I don't know if Konami specifically wants to shake up the metagame enough right before Worlds. I know it's not technically right before Worlds, because Worlds is in, like, August, so we still have, like, a full, like, 2 months. Right? But with that being said, that is 2 packs. So that's how you have to think about it. It's 2 packs. Meaning, if the next pack does not contain Ryzeal or Malice, there's no shot the one after that does. That's why I'm saying, likely, in 12 days, we're going to get another pack alongside this one that they just announced, and it's going to be something containing Ryzeal or Malice. It's likely not going to contain both, but it will probably contain one or the other. No one reads Crimson Nova is unaffected by monsters with 3,000 or less original attack. True. True. No one does read that. Anyway. So, all in all, I don't know. I think we're likely to receive Malice. I think most likely Konami is going to give us Malice first. I want Ryzeal. I think Ryzeal would be way more interesting to watch at Worlds. But I think Malice is a waifu deck, so they're likely going to give us the waifu deck prior to Worlds. Hence why I'm expecting that one. That's like literally it. Could it be the rest of the White Forest support and add a Gnister? Maybe. I think the pack for July is filler. For some of the packs they skipped. Well, here's the thing. This pack, we know about. However, with that being said, some of this stuff is reprints and or like releasing cards off of the ban list that you can now pull, which tends to be a bonus pack. If we look at the past, they generally have at least 3 to 4 packs happening at a time. In which case, while this pack does exist, this does not mean that we're not getting another pack. This could genuinely be one of the packs that we've had a lot that's just like a filler pack or a reprint pack, which are good for new players, except for I'm lying to you, they're never really that good. But there's 2 packs leaving the shop in 12 days, and that is where I believe there's a chance we get another pack. It is a pretty high chance. And if we do, I am not certain, but it's highly likely that we receive either Malice or Ryziel. I would like Malice better. Ew. Banish S cost. Yeah. Anyway, that's all. There is a chance we just get like nothing for, you know, the next 2 months, and literally all of the packs that come out are just terrible. And do nothing, and we just get 2 new packs that do absolutely nothing and are full of random cards that don't matter. And then after Worlds, we get Malice and Ryziel. But that would make, I don't know, that wouldn't make like no sense, but it'd be abnormal from Konami's side to do that. Any decks I recommend? For what? Depends on your recommendations. Or what you're looking for. We're going to play the same deck that we did yesterday. Card for card, pound for pound. It worked yesterday. It's going to work again today. It's a post-banlist deck. We'll see if it works. I still have yet to see a need for oak over birch. Have I seen the new anime short, Ecclesia? What? Sorry, I had a stroke reading that. Have I seen the new anime short? Yes, I have. Played against another person who played Cubic, which is weird. That is weird. That's crazy. No. You've called mine? Did this just not matter? Oh, cool. Damn, that's really cool. That's unlucky. Let me guess, you drew triple tack? Ew. Wrong artwork. Man, that artwork is awful, dude. It's so bad. Mm-hmm. Do I just leave? Yeah, I don't want to play against Brandon. I'd rather die. Metaslave is true, dude. Yeah. They truly are a slave to Branded. And have been ever since its release. Guaranteed. How is it that Branded players always draw, like, called by? They always draw Brand Infusion. They always draw the best cards. Save the Ash for Brand Infusion no matter what? No. It's just incorrect there. It also didn't matter, but no. That's just incorrect there. If I Ash that, I'm almost 1,000% certain they don't have anything. Because of the way that they specifically played that, I'm almost certain they have nothing there. And the reason I say that is because they searched, they did not special the Aluber, they specifically searched the Tragedy. But granted, I also should have known that they had called by. But, like, it didn't matter. I'm sick of Blue Eyes. I'm sick of Primite. Man, me and my homies hate Primite. Primite can go eat soap. That's okay. It's not Gwape. I'm guessing they have the trap card. Right? Trap card Drill Beam, probably. I'm sick of Millennium. Me too. Man, I hate that they always have Drill Beam. I swear, I can count the games that I've played against Blue Eyes where they don't have Drill Beam on one hand. They always have it. It's so boring. This fact that you can reset Drill Beam is bonkers? Yes. I 1,000% agree. Sure. Yeah, let's go with this guy. Yeah, dude, fuck you and yours. Do I play Pokemon? I've dabbled in Pokemon. Yeah, I've played Pokemon a bunch. What's my favorite Pokemon? This guy. Torterra. Does he literally sit on the wall behind my computer screen? Yes. Crazy hand. I do lose to Ash, to be fair. Roll? Yeah, that's fine. Alright, I can't search anything there. How much does that matter? A little. What I should have done... no, that's fine. This has to put a fire monster? So we can get a fire monster consistently into the grave here? Without just, like, normal summon Ash? No, not really. Okay, yep. This says... No, crazy. Cool. They have something else. I'm almost certain they have, like, Imperm. Do you have Nib? Valor. That's a choice. Sure. Oh, I did not know that that's how that worked. Holy shit. Well, that changes a few things now, doesn't it? This deck's dumb. This deck is so fucking stupid, dude. Man, me and my homies hate this deck.
Fuck you. Fuck you, stupid shit. Man, we always fucking hate you. We hate you.
It's fine. Birch, like, doesn't do anything here. Go Lurie. Go Barrel. It's probably Lurie, right? Yeah, we'll go Lurie. Mm-hmm. If I do that, does that do anything? No. Okay. Oh. Zygarde's cool. Drill beam? No, oh, crazy. What's up, Black Ninja? How's it going? Horrible Ash? What else are they gonna do? Sure. Branded requires a lot of thought to play it. I don't know about that. Capo. Branded is hard to pilot. I don't know about that. You have to use your interruptions properly with Branded? I don't know about that. You never saw me play Branded? True. It's because I'm unlucky. Here's the thing. Branded does not require you to be good at the game. It requires you to be lucky. So if you're lucky, play Branded. Branded's great. If you're unlucky, like me, don't play Branded. Branded's not for you. Simple as. Simple as. That's it. This hand does one thing and one thing only. Damn, dude, that's crazy. Branded is a deck, you gotta know what you're doing. Yeah, so is Fiendsmith. So is Mermail. So is Sword Soul. That's every deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! Now. You can't just walk up with any deck and then just, like, play the game. Why do I cough so much? Because I'm fucking sick. What do you expect? What? What kind of question is that?
Where did my thing go?
Crazy. Didn't know that? I didn't think it needed knowing. I figured if I'm coughing, I'm sick. Let's do this. Usually you drop other things alongside the announcement selection pack, or am I safe to pull for Chris wrong? I think there might be another pack. I would give it a couple of days. You're watching videos, you're playing around with it so much. Yeah, dude. Exactly. That's the thing. I think so many people think that Branded is like super uber complicated and dynamic and yada yada, you know. But I'm not gonna lie. In reality, I think it is just. I don't have a monster in hand. Other than the roach for this. Do I have a way of getting a monster in hand? I could do that, and then I could do that for that. And then do that, and then do that. Yeah, that works. That's probably the best play, huh? And we'll just keep Wedju for follow-up. Yeah, let's do that. And then I get nibbed, and I cry. Put 13 to that card. Let's do this. Let's see what we're playing against. Oh, wait. Before we... Well, hold on. This guy says sent from hand or field to grave. Okay, we're good. Burner was good, but it has been power crept? True. Wow, crazy. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed a third hand trap? Not me. So this is Blue Eyes, right? Like 1000% this is Blue Eyes. Coolio. Let's go Fiendsmith here. Hip hip hooray. Yeah, dude.
No fucking shit.
Barrel Maiden in hand? Absolutely. How much do you want to bet that's Blue Eyes, chat? Surely. They're even playing Jet Dragon. Wow. No trust, the oak ban actually mattered. Shen? Yes. Why can't you see people's deck in Ranked Master 1? Because obviously, it's like the most competitive format, basically. Over Ultimate Fusion over Majesty? What's the best insult I've heard? The best insult I heard happened today, and it is... You... What is it? What was it? It was... You are none of your best friend's best friend. It's a good one. What would I consider a good deck to play currently? Because I'm wondering how good Yubel Fiendsmith is. Yubel Fiendsmith is very good. The only reason it doesn't see play is because Snake Eye Fiendsmith is arguably better. So people are just playing the other Fiendsmith variant, basically. That requires 2 effect monsters specifically. This is probably best to do... No, let's do this. I can't nib. So it's likely imperm of some kind. That's my guess. And it's 60 card deck, so it's likely 60 card branded, in which case they're gonna have everything. So why would they not? Veiler? Imperm, yeah, expected. Does normal summoning anything do anything here? I think I just make Apo here. I think normal summon Droll is actually just bad. Give Nib. Okay. Did I say Jet was bad in Blue Eyes? I didn't think it was bad. I was just making note of it. I was like, oh, they're playing Jet. Because it's rare now. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude. Let's draw 2 more. There we go. So dumb, dude. This game's so stupid. It's so silly. It's so goofy. Oh, man. This deck is so nasty. Ashen Grave? I don't, but I have this guy. Oh, you can't take tokens. Yeah, okay. Then we do this. I think we just make like Abo Phoenix. If I do that, I could go there. Put that guy into the back row. Link off for Phoenix. Those two, then do that into Apo. That's actually not bad. Because then we keep Promethean. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. This guy. Phoenix. Snash. Oh, I could even normal summon the guy and make Apo with that. Does that make any sense? No. Damn, that's nasty. This game sucks. This game sucks so much ass, dude. I hate this game. Yeah, go, dude. Through Imperm Nib, I still end on Apo, IP, and then 3 hand traps in the Cold Light. Oh, and, what's her bucket in the grave? That nasty. Nasty. Polymerization. Sure. Of course it's goddamn hero. Why would it not be fucking hero? It's always fucking hero. Yeah, dude, sure. Okay. Alright, let's do this. Damn, this game's so good. Man, this game's so fun. Man, me and my homies hate Apo. Bro's hand was crazy, by the way. Bro's hand was absolute insanity. Too bad it didn't matter. Too bad it did not matter. Man, yeah, I don't know. I think the so far I have gone 18-4. Sorry, not 18-4. Sorry. In the last 18 games, all with this deck, I have gone 14-4. And it's not like I've exclusively gone first, right? I did go second against this, and I didn't want to play the game. I may have been able to play out that game and potentially win. Didn't want to, but that being said, likely wouldn't have won that game, so we're still going to chalk it up to a loss. I lost twice against Blue Eyes, both of which I went second for, and we're still, like, relatively playable games. And then I lost to... Sorry, not this one. This one. And then I lost to U-Bell going second as well. Every other game didn't feel close. And you're still able to make basically the exact same end board. This is a great game. This is a great game. Glow up bulb will restore balance. True. I will say, Blue Eyes is probably the deck that can realistically beat this because of Drill Beam. Drill Beam absolutely is crazy. I have had no other struggles against any other deck. Droll, okay, I will say, one of the things that did change with the Oak ban is that Snake Eye does play more poorly into Droll. Like, Droll actually does now matter against Snake Eye in particular. Because now your lines require you to basically search Poplar, and if you can't search Poplar, or if you can't, like, summon Oak to get back a guy, you don't really have the materials necessary to make a Flomberg work. So that is one of the things that is worse for Snake Eye in particular, is that Droll now does hit some of the specific Snake Eye boards. However, that matters less when you could just do the full Fiendsmith stuff on top of doing like all of the other stuff and still end on Apo and like a Desiree. It kind of matters, but it only kind of matters. Go back to Shadowverse. True. That's what we should do. That troll gonna hurt their feelings. Sunlight Recycling Doom Dragon doesn't prevent it from being summoned again on the same turn, and I don't quite understand. Does it require it to go to hand for that restriction? Yes. Sunlight Wolf is a card that does exist and is goofy as albeit. Let me see, let me just open Salman. Great. What does it say? If a monster is summoned to the zone, you can add a fire monster from your grave to your hand, but the rest of the turn you cannot normal or special summon monsters with the added monster's name. Since you do not put it back into your hand, it does not get the rest of the restriction, because it goes to the extra deck. It's very silly, it's very goofy, it doesn't work. Losing Oak only hurt recovery for the follow-up. Losing Oak hurt follow-up. It hurt the overall grind game just in general, and it hurt specifically Droll lines for Snake Eyes. Bentley, that is a horrible insult, and now I am sad. Oh, I heard another... Sorry, speaking of insults, Bentley. The other one I heard is, You will never live up to the potential Mr. Rogers saw in you. And I went, oh, pain. You will never live up to the potential Mr. Rogers saw in you. Yikes. It also hurts in terms of less bodies as well. I don't think the bodies matter nearly as much in this version in the way that like Snake Eyes is currently being played. Yes, you technically lose out on one body. One extra guy. Right? Because the normal line, let me actually pull up a. Let me see if I can do this. I'll just explain it. The normal line previously, they really need a way to test stuff in this game. That would be a very nice feature where like you could just add cards to your hand and stuff like that. The old line would be like Ash into Poplar into link off Poplar for link 1, put Poplar into the back row, go Ash and Poplar into Oak, right? Oak would then bring back the Ash, and then you would go Oak and Thing, most of the time Ash, or like in this instance it would be Ash or the Link one or something of that nature, to go Flomberg, and then those two into a Thing, and Flomberg would bring back 2. Right? So you have the Link 2, and then the 2 extra bodies on field. You can immediately go Apo, you can immediately go into like the Fiendsmith line, you can do a bunch of stuff off of that, right? That is like technically the like most amount of bodies you could put onto the field. And then of course you also have the field spell or the OSS as follow-up, depending on what you need, depending on situation, right? But like most of the time you'd go Temple and then you put the Snake Eye Diabell Star and then you get the extra bodies that way, yada yada. You get the point, right? That is like what you could do to get the most amount of bodies. Now, instead, you can't go into Oak. So you go Ash into Poplar, Poplar, Search, Field Spell, go into the Link 1, put Poplar into the back row, Ash with Poplar to go into Flomberg, and then you just link off those 2, and then Flomberg still brings back 2 guys. Right? So you do miss out on, technically, a body, right? But for the most part, it doesn't matter that much. It matters a little, but not a lot. So, yeah. That's kind of it. Birch is significantly worse, but it's still, like, worth playing as that additional body and as, like, a thing that you can put into the back row off of, like, Temple and what have you, and as, like, a search target for OSS and what, like, it's still worth the play, but yes, it is significantly worse. However, that being said, the amount of bodies and the amount of cards that you generate off of just Ash Poplar is enough to warrant still playing this, even without the Oak. I think a lot of people are seeing Snake Eye with kind of rose-tinted glasses for what it previously did when Snake Eye was like the best deck, specifically because of the Snake Eye cards and doing Snake Eye combos with like normal summon Ash into Poplar. Most of the time now, that's not what you're doing. Most of the time now, you're not actually normal summoning Ash nor Poplar. If you are getting to them, it's off of something else, like 90% of the time. Sankajin is my favorite Snake Eye card. True. If I could have any Snake Eye card as a pet in real life, what would it be? It would be this guy, and it's not close. Give me Flomberg any day of the week. Yeah, no, that's pretty much it. Is there another one that's, like, worth... Like, Snake Eye Diabell Star is kind of cool, but nah, it's Flomberg. It's Flomberg. Give me the big-ass dragon. Give me the big snake. That'd be cool. That being said, it would also be horrifying. Like, how difficult would it be to take care of a Flomberg? Like, that is a flaming dragon. Anyway. Poplar's a good pick. Poplar's a good pick. I also like Birch a lot. Like, of these three that are, like, the faceless ones, Birch is pretty cool. Flomberg, Poplar, Snake-Eye Diabellstar, and Doom Dragon are all the same person. Technically speaking, that's not true. I believe Flomberg and Poplar, or Flomberg and Snake-Eye Diabellstar are different. I believe these are different monsters. I believe Snake-Eye Diabellstar specifically consumes, or like is, Flomberg is like consumed by Poplar that becomes the Snake-Eye Diabellstar. I could be wrong about that, don't quote me on that. But I know for a fact that these are different. Most of the time it's via Witch or OSS, and if you can kill that combo, they probably might break if you time it right. Theoretically, yes, but that's always been the case. That's been the case for quite some time with Snake-Eye, regardless of the ban. Yes, if you hit Snake-Eye Ash, sometimes they just pass and they don't have anything, right? If you hit the Diabellstar after they activate the OSS, maybe they don't have anything, right? But that likely means that they have like 4 hand traps in hand or something else of that nature. So that has just always been the case with Snake-Eye, though. Like, there's a reason so many people were like, just Ash the Snake-Eye Ash, just Imperm the Snake-Eye Ash. Whatever hits the field, hit that card, because if you do, and it ends their turn, that's great. If you allow them to get anywhere, immediately you're at a disadvantage. They will just generate way too many cards. I always thought Snash was Flomberg. I believe that is the case. I believe Snake-Eye Ash is Flomberg upgraded, and I think Poplar is obviously Snake-Eye Diabellstar. That being said, I don't know the lore enough to guarantee that that is the case, but I do believe so. I'm dying, sorry. I dropped something and I needed to pick it up. I just realized something. Here we go. Diabellstar killed the Snake Eyes and then Flomberg became Poplar? I think Diabellstar used Poplar to like fight the other Snake Eyes. Circular is Link Karibo? True. Okay. How likely is it that we're able to build Crystron? I do kind of want to build Crystron and see how it works post Banlist. How expensive is this? It's not that expensive, right? Smile. Surely we just pull it, right? Poplar came from OSS / Flomberg Dragon. Okay. It basically consumes Flomberg, right? Yes, the big flaming dragon is in fact very cool. Diabell got Poplar when she defeated Flomberg. Poplar was inside the orb. Oh, there you go. At least it was shiny. 5 extra crafting points. Let's go! I might want to spend money on gems to make the deck. No, I'm good. No, I'm good. I have enough gems. Or are you saying, oh, if you spend money, you'll get better luck? That is highly illegal, and I guarantee that that's not the case, but placebo. Big Dragon defeated, turns into Poplar. Poplar eats something, Big Dragon. Is Poplar a dragon? I guess technically, right? Like, its type is dragon. So it is a dragon, right? It doesn't seem like a dragon, though, right? Seems like a... I don't know, something else. Hold on, wait, hold on. Now I'm confused. So Poplar is Flomberg. And then they break the orb, and then it becomes Poplar. And then they feed it something, and it becomes Snake Eye Diabell Star? Am I getting that right? Both the Diabell Star and Diabells are use Poplar to become Flomberg forms. Okay, that makes more sense. Wait, then what the hell is Snake Eye Ash? What is the point of Snake Eye Ash? And, like, Snake Eye Birch and Oak and all of them. Because I thought Snake Eye Ash was Flomberg. Like, the upgraded form of Snake Eye Ash was Flomberg, used by Diabells. I got, like, nothing there. That was tragic. Happy Pride. Again. Happy Pride 2, Electric Boogaloo. I don't want the Ryuge cards. Not on this pack, or this account. I mean, my one and only account. Smile. I did not remember this card existed. When this card is if this card is synchro summoned, you can banish all spell traps your opponent controls and in their grave. Holy crap! Wait, that card's crazy! Against specifically Labyrinth and Trap decks. It requires a tuner synchro though. Hold on, is what's his bucket a tuner? Oh, this guy. Quandax. The Snake Eyes are creatures born of OSS. Diabellstar owns all 3 of the OGs in the Sinful Spoils Rusilia artwork. Okay, so that didn't answer my question. Snake Eye Ash is a rogue. Well, we know that. Okay, I don't need Clockwork Knight. Where are the Crystron cards? Hello? To be fair, I did Nat pull. I've spent like 5,000 on this. Rip Argo Stars in the Labyrinth if you synchro that? Yep. Yep. Well, I did open my mouth and we did get the Tristaras, so that's at least something, you know? Oh. I don't know why I did that. Flomberg wears the OSS on his head. Yes, I'm aware of that. So my question is Poplar not one of the OSS, or not one of the original Snake Eye monsters? Is it like Ash, Oak, Poplar, Ash, Oak, Birch are all like the OGs, and then Poplar came after? Like, the Snake Eyes were guarding the OSS. Okay, now I'm just more confused. Diabellstar killed them all to get it. Sure. Right. That makes sense. I'm no longer confused. I realized I was not close to building Crystron. Surely this time, right? Surely this time we get 3 Crystron cards in UR rarity. Why is Corridor in here? Is... Oh, it's the spell card. I was trying to figure out what else was you are in Mimighoul. It was the spell card. Honestly, forget the lore of snakes. Me too. I did as well. All this lore talk makes me realize Poplar Flomberg is just Albaz Albion again. Yeah. Look, Konami may not be unique, but hey, that's it. Diabellstar beat Flomberg, he got smaller. So was Flomberg originally Snake Eye Ash? Or was it like something else entirely? Was like Snake Eye Ash, Snake Eye Oak, and Snake Eye Birch, like, there we go. All like different cards? Or different creatures? Or was it like, or I should say, is Snake Eye Ash / the other guys different from Flomberg, or are they just like an upgraded version? Blonde girl to tame the dragon. Easy as True. Are you gay? Hilarious. I wonder if there's a Poplar plush. Chat, time to find out. I'm almost 1000% certain. There's not? No shot. No, there's no way. So, I just went to what I believe is the Konami store. At least as official as it gets. And there is not a Snake Eye Poplar plush, which I just assumed there would be. I was like, surely there is, right? Surely there's... Because I looked up Konami shop. There's not... Official Konami shop. Let's go to this. Up, down, down, left, right, VA start. Isn't it? Select start? Oh, select start is like the... for 2 players. That's crazy. That is... Yep. As I said, Konami is not a video game company. Or a Yu-Gi-Oh company. They don't just do Yu-Gi-Oh. They're actually a gambling company. They make slot machines. Woo! Slot machines. I don't even think there's stickers for Diabellstar lore. It's like all Striker merch. That is truly tragic. Would Poplar add like a cat or a dog? It would act like a snake, I would imagine. Should I craft my Royal Utopia? Craft or decraft? Decraft, yes. Decraft, abso-fruitly. What, blind? Yes, I am. I was like, I know I'm missing something. Did we not get, like, a regular... We did. There he is. I was like, I could have sworn I missed something. There he is. There he is. There's the guy. I really don't know if I need Junk Speeder, I'm not gonna lie. I could not tell you why I would need that card. Do I need 2 of this? Maybe. Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. I know I don't need 2 Clockwork Knight. You cannot tell me I need 2 Clockwork Knight. Oh, I should... I should get the second... what's his bucket? Branded fusion. But do I care? I think the answer is no. Well, might as well. No. We'll keep it around. 120. I don't think that's enough. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, it's not. Dang. If only I could dismantle some of these It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Do I have a deck I could dismantle that I'm, like, never gonna play again? Probably not. I'm sorry, what? Ninja? Yeah, I'm being serious. You should decraft your Utopia. I don't see a point in keeping Utopia around. Snakes can be very clingy with that underbelly. Being a pyro, poplar should feel warm when it clings to you. Or it could also burn your skin alive. I really don't need 3 of this, to be fair. I really don't. That's what... I knew I was missing something. I knew it. Okay. I should build the rest of the deck before I invest into anything else. Because maybe I don't actually want to craft this deck. Then it finds your fridge and vacuums it like Kirby. True. True. Okay. Let me find... Okay. This is the list we're going to use. It's just Tatsuku's list. I just want to see if I have, like, if it's feasible for me to build this in its entirety, more or less. And then we'll go from there and, like, decraft and change some things. Let's start with the extra. Because I don't know if the extra is actually going to change depending on what we already have. So we need Infinity. Infinity. Oh, wrong guy. Infinity. We also need Nova. We need F.A. Dawn Dragster. We need Samurai. Choice. It's an Azar? Oh. Zombie Vamp. The... what's the other Typhon? Typhoon. Clockwork. SP... I have 3 SPs. Baron, Queriondrax, Excel, Baron, Excel, oh yeah, the other Excel. Shit. So, what's the last guy? Doom Dragon. Okay, and then we have Valor, and Crow. I don't know if we'll play Crow. The Bestials. Called by Maxi Ash. Literally just do this. Not that guy. Whoops. Yeah. That guy. Imperm. Cross out. and Nib. Foolish? Oh, we are playing 42. I was like, wait, hold on. Foolish and Ogre. Do I have Ghost Ogre in here? No. Okay. How much do I need in terms of crafting points? I need 210. Utopic Draco future? Yeah, definitely keep that card. You play Master Duel on the Nintendo? Fair enough. Am I going to like Crystron enough to keep these cards? Is this worth the investment, chat? Genuine question. I also have to pee. So I'll be right back. You let me know. Am I going to like this deck? Or is this like... This is like not worth it. Okay, I'm back. Ugh. I think you'd enjoy Crystron's pace of play, but mechanically, I think it may bore you. Especially since it relies on the secondary engine to play like a non-engine or an established board. Of course, Millennium, or just Zombie Fan enablers. They're also big games, more stuff, which Crystron cannot do. Yeah, it's because it's Crystron. Because they're crystals, not crystals. Anyway, then is it worth building the... I've already invested too much into this, right? That's the sunk cost fallacy. Don't do that. Why do I have a Judgment Dragon again? Do I have the other cards? Oh, I do. Oh. Do I need them? Maybe. You know what? Yeah. We'll build Crystron. Why not? Why not? I do now have to actually spend a bit more in terms of gems. But that's fine, right? Smile. Yeesh. Ooh, that's not good. Ooh, that's not good. I don't think that was enough. Alright. I simply pull the Crystrons. I simply pull the Crystrons. Trust. It's that simple. I simply pull a Crystron right here, right now. Watch. Time to disassociate. What's the lore of Crystron? I'm not the lore guy. I don't know. But I ain't got no clue. Phoenix? Too bad that card doesn't see play. Not that I care. Machine guys doing machine stuff. True. Crystron's part of the True Draco stuff, isn't it? And like the True Kings. For some reason. They're like, what if True Draco and Crystrons were part of the same archetype? Or same lore? And you're like, what? To be fair, Tri-Brigade and Therions being in the same lore as, like, Albaz is also strange, so... You got me. But it's still very funny that Crystron and True Draco exist in the same universe. Hey, that's a card we needed! Hey, that's a card we needed! Let's go! Heck yeah! Materiactor critical. Sick. Okay, I think we have enough now. I think we have enough. I have many an SR from that. Okay. Just a few more dismantles. Oh my gosh, I am dying. Let's do this. Wrong order. This. There we go. I don't need the second one of that. why I don't do this, because it doesn't make sense. Never works. Doesn't make sense. Didn't I get another Ryuge guy? Or a materia actor or something. It was a spell, right? There it is. Close. But no cigar. You know what? I don't need to redress. Trust. Boom. Oh, what the hell? I did not know that these existed. Watch me pull the FA Dawn Dragster. Watch. See? It's right there. This guy's in 2 packs? Wait, since when? Huh? Okay. Christians are crystal people, and their gimmick is their advanced machinery. After Masterpiece awoke the crystal animals, Sulfnir, Rosenix, etc., they got to truly show their abilities by piloting them like a mech and synchronizing with them. Greondrex is basically a Megazord with multiple pilots. Interesting. Okay, so now that we have this, we got to figure out what else we're doing with this, specifically post-Banlist, which only technically removes these 2. Which technically we could just play this and be done, and be like, bada bing, bada boom, we did it. So it's Masterpiece's fault? It's always Masterpiece's fault. That being said, let's actually take a look at Tatsuku. Tatsuku! There he is.
Hi.
What up, nerd? Oh shit, he played Shadowverse 2! He's cheating! He just like me for real. He also played Shadowverse. I didn't think that was allowed. Okay. I want to look at the best player play the best version of their deck. And I want to see... Oop, wrong button. My bad. And I want to see how they play it. I'm going to skip forward a bit. Because I want to see how they play it and why specific decisions are made so that we can better inform ourselves as to what we need and what we don't need. Yes? Makes sense? Makes sense. Let's play you. So out from the Millennium cards, we put Smiter into the back row to send Smiter to the grave. Hold on, this is already like sped up. That was not what I was expecting. To make this guy, Smiter gets ashed. And then we go Zombie Vamp. And promptly get met by an Imperm, right? No, we deal Mill. And we get a summon Smiter, which then Fistburn grabs the other guy. The new guy... People really slept on this deck, to be honest. Depends on what you mean by slept on. Because this was the first time it was really available. So it's hard to say. It's only been out for like a month in Master Duel, and people have been big fans of it in the TCG, Less so in the OCG because of like Maxi and stuff, but definitely in the TCG people played it. Mid. Syncro Shogun. You didn't elect to activate the effect of SP to dodge there. Hold on. What does Tristalos say? When your opponent activates a card effect. That's what I thought it said. Summon Sam D. Oh, to dodge Nib? Oh wait, that's so cool. Because Sam D brings itself back and then you can banish, pop, special. Whoa. And then we make the 7. 7 grab back trap. Pop, special. Synchro into the 5, into 2 5s, into Nova, into Infinity. And then you can Infinity to yoink up the guy. Yoink. And then set 1. That's nasty. Far from mid-tier rogue? Like I was told. Who told you that? It was probably me, wasn't it? I think I said it was like rogue, if I'm not mistaken. But that was generally because I was like, in a Maxi format, like looking at the OCG, this deck didn't do anything. So I was like, I don't know if this will be good in Master Duel. But I was also like, but I have no idea. Do I regret my decision? Would I say that like I was wrong? No. I think it was a specific meta pick and like an anti-meta pick. That being said, we'll see how good it actually is. Oh shit, Sengajin. Oh no, we just lose. I'm only 5-4 though. Does this make SP? SP Turbo. Oh no, it's Fiendsman, of course. It's always Fiendsman. Why would I not? Why would I? Similar to how Circular released before Sprite's tier and had the time to shine. That is true. I did genuinely forget that that was a thing that did happen in EV. Okay, so let's. Okay, why don't we try this? Is it worth playing like additional Wedju temples so that we have access to the ability to put like these guys into the back row to go for Flumberg? Like, is that worthwhile? I call it Rogue and Master Duel just from a lack of data. I put it in tier 2 after the DC. That's reasonable. I would probably do the same. Maybe one more Temple. I don't know about any other additional copies of Temple, but is there any other reason to play something else? Do we play like an additional Fistfern? Do we play an additional Tristaros? Let's actually look at other deck lists for Crystron. Yeah, okay. A fair amount of people are also playing 3 copies of this. So maybe 3 Tristaros and like a second Wedju, and then that? Does that look good? I don't know if playing DD Crow is worth it. This seems kind of goofy. I think the extra deck is fine. I don't see a reason to change that in any capacity. Maybe change Excel Synchron into something else. I'm not entirely sure how this one would work. You could probably agree with tier 2 based off DC meta, but time will tell. I could, it'll get power crept soon, as it's a decent deck, but it's a decent deck for sure. Yeah, I think Crystron is, I think it depends on your definition as well, of like tier 1, tier 2, etc. But I think, I have like 2 ways of thinking of decks. There's like, oh, here are the clear tier 1 most dominant decks, which is like you know, Snake Eye, Blue Eyes, and like that's it. Someone Droll over Crow. That might be worthwhile. And then there's the like tier 2 stuff. What even would you put in tier 2? Like I guess Crystron, Mermail, Memento. I guess. Is Snake Eye still tier 1 after the O kit? Yes. Having played it myself, yeah. Because it's barely Snake Eyes. It's more Snake Eyes. It's actually just like a engine to use the Millennium cards and the Fiendsmith cards most effectively. So the Snake Eye stuff, the Snake Eye hit, doesn't really matter. The Millennium hit may have mattered more overall for the metagame. And even that is like negligible. I have tier 1 is meta defining, tier 2 meta threatening, and rogue is playable and unplayable. Understandable. By that criteria, it would be like, yeah, Snake Eye, Blue Eyes. And then tier 2 would be like Crystron, Memento, Mermail. And like Tenpai, I guess. And then rogue would be like Branded, White Forest, Sprite, other such decks that I can't think of. Tier, I guess. That reminded me, I really wanted to figure out what decks would be good for Worlds. But like, we don't know exactly what Worlds meta is going to consist of, because there's technically like potentially 2 more packs that we're getting. So I'm like, if we get like Malice, it's like, okay, there you go, we get Malice. Or if we get Ryzeal, it's like, there we go, boom, Ryzeal. But there's also a chance that we get like none of that, and the meta is this again. And then it's like, well, I don't know. Like, is Snakes worth playing? Probably. Do I think with the Oak ban that Snake is pushed? No. No, I really don't. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cry about it. I am going to hop into a solo mode, and I'm going to basically just read the cards for a bit. But I do want to kind of test before hopping into ranked a little. Let's do Alucard. Do the live twin field. We like never use the live twin field. Is it this one? Evil. Yeah, we'll do Doggo. Orcus will get the Centurion treatment. They will release it after Malice and Ryzeal. Honestly, I would not be surprised if Orcus came next. If we, like, received Orcus prior to receiving the other stuff. As much as that, like, wouldn't make sense in terms of the timeline, that is also such a Konami thing to do, I would not be surprised by it. Oh, that reminds me. We should change, Droll, maybe. So, what exactly does this do? If this card is in your hand or grave, you can target a Crystron card you control, destroy it as a special summon this card. Then, also you cannot special summon from the extra deck, except for machine monsters. On normal or special, you can send up to 2 Crystron cards with different names from your deck to the grave, except itself. Right on time, Nib. Smiter. Target face-up monster you control, you can special summon, you're locked into machine synchros. Destroy it to special summon a Crystron tuner from your deck. And then you can banish this to add a spell trap from deck to hand. Okay. This says, on activation, add a Crystron card, except itself. First time each Crystron will be destroyed by battle. It's not. And then you can banish this card from grave to target a crystal monster in your grave to special summon it. Okay. So, and then we have Wedju Temple. So I think what we want to do here is go Inclusion. I think this best plays around Troll. And I think we grab... I don't think we grab this guy. I think we grab, like, Sulfenir? Right? Oh, Crystron. What do you search off of this? Vamos to find out, shall we? What is the search target off of Inclusion? Sir, you are going second. That changes the game quite substantially. What did they search? It was Sulfenir, right?
I knew it.
How long is the stream going for? Generally, it's about 3 hours. Wouldn't be shocked about Orcus next? Yeah. Making sense, isn't their first priority? Yep. Snake Idea Bloodstars was hostage for like 5 months. Then dropping it in a Dolce Flame Swordsman selection pack? Absolutely. Okay, so I think we go Sulfenir. Pitch Smiter. Summon Sulfenir. Destroy Sulfenir. Activate effect. Special summon... Probably Smiter, right? Special summon Smiter. Banish effect of Smiter. Search out Cluster. Sulfador effect. Sulfador pop Inclusion. Special summon this guy. I think I've already fucked this up. Sending the Fistvern and the Tristaros, I think. And then we go Inclusion. And grab the Tristaros. How many summons was that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then we go this to add a Crystron monster. I think I would want to play Droll. I think Droll's way too scary. We haven't normaled, so we could just grab Citri here to gain access to the Citri tuner. Like, that's fairly decent. There's not really another card that we grab. I think it is just Citri, right? So we'll grab Citri. Let's go Wedju. Let's go effective Wedju. Let's put this guy into the back row. No, I think I did do this wrong. And the reason I say that is because I think I was supposed to start with the Wedju Temple and just put Smiter into the back row. I think that absolutely was the correct play. Was to start with the Wedju Temple and just put Smiter into the back row. Because I had Inclusion already, and I didn't realize this could pop Inclusion. So I think that was technically the correct play. It was like start Temple, go Smiter into the back row, and then go into the full Millennium line, and then go Inclusion for the Sulfador and Sulfenir, and all of that. Yeah? Oh, you're right, I did lock myself into the Synchros off of the Smiter effect. Yeah. So now I can't go into the Millennium stuff. Yep. That's why you start with the Millennium stuff. I'm a goober. That's okay. I'm lying to you, but it's okay. Well, let's just keep going. Okay. We'll go like this. This is why we're testing. Are there other locks that I need to worry about, or is it just that? From Grave or Banish. If you don't have Inclusion, I think you would grab Inclusion here, but I think here we grab, like, Fist Fern. Does that make any sense? Like, maybe it's just Sulfnir. Cluster grabs from Banish as well, right? Yeah. So yeah, I think it's just this guy? Maybe it's Tristaros? I was supposed to put this in an extra monster zone, that was stupid. Tristan Sulfador? Okay. They did thing. Yeah, that's fine. Can I go Quarion? I don't think so, right? Yeah, I think I kind of fucked myself here. Do I even have the capability of going into, like, anything here? I guess I could go, like, F8 Dawn Dragster, right? Off of this guy. If I summon you... Yeah, that, like, doesn't do anything. You're a dragon. Yeah, so I guess we do this. And we go... F8. Yeah. Okay. So that only summons machines. That's good to know. Oh, it only shuffles one. Oh. Well, that's very interesting. No, my Sulfethnier. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Okay. We'll try this again. In the next solo. On the next episode. When do I normally stream? This time, every day, Monday through Saturday. Good night, Jam. Good luck on Shadowverse. Honestly, I should play Shadowverse, too. Sulfador is so satisfying to say. Sure. If you didn't draw Citri, you could normal summon to make the one that banishes 3 monsters. You could normally summon to make the one that banishes 3 monsters. Is Citri a 1? Citri's a 2, so I wouldn't have been able to do that. I didn't have the levels for that, was the issue. Oh, no, no, no. No, yeah, no, I wouldn't have been able to do that. Okay. Let's try this again. You have to control another 5 monster? Yeah, 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 again, I royally messed that up, which is why we're testing, because I know that this deck is not exactly... Well, I should say, I'd have to actually figure it out. Gotta watch the guide or do the combos, and then we'll figure it out. But once we figure it out, it'll be fine. And then we do this. Man, I love this combo. Isn't it just so cool? What's my best your mom joke? Your mom's so dumb, she sat on the TV and watched the couch. Smile. I don't have a good one. I hate your mom jokes. I think they're so lame. They're just, like, really boring. That is a pretty good hit, if I do say so myself. It's not a very linear deck, yeah. But once I understand what each card does, like, actually, in regards to what they do on field and stuff like that, I feel like I'll figure it out pretty simply. And be able to, like, figure out the core combos and what have you. But also, what deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is linear? At this point. Like, is there a deck that actually is linear? Do I like dueling against zombies? Zombies are not bad. That is a good one. I think we send you, and I think we send Thisfern, right? Like, those are the two that we always send. And then we go... Am I locked? Does Thisfern lock me? I don't think Thisfern locks me. I think neither Thisfern nor Smyger graveyard effects lock me. Okay, so let's go Thisfern here. Is Tyr finally dead? No. I guarantee you will see Tyr multiple times at Worlds. Does this one lock me? This one doesn't lock me. Okay, I could go like SP Little Knight here. I think I'm supposed to go like SP with these two, right? Just to kind of get them off of the board. Does this say, hold on, does this say face up? Yeah, okay. I wasn't crazy. Okay, and then we go, does this one lock me? This one locks me into machines. I believe this effect on field locks me into machine synchros. Does Thisfern have an effect on field that I should be concerned about? It also does that, and it summons a Crystron Tuner. Okay. Interesting. Thisfern is kind of a one-card combo by itself as well, allowing you to get Sulfenir. Tyr is just a Merly unban away from being Tier 1 again. I don't disagree with that. I think you are pretty much correct. Okay, so let's go Sulfenir. I believe this is what we want to do. We want to pitch the Tristaros, summon Sulfenir, pop Sulfenir, Sulfenir effect, summon the Citri, I think, and then we Synchro Shokan into this guy. Normal. Activate effect, add a Crystron card. So let's add... Fistburn, I guess. I think I was supposed to add Citri there. I don't know. This someone's from deck? Okay, this summons from deck. Okay. This... To get a Crystron card you control destroyed and if you use specials in this card. Yep. That specials. Okay, so let's go Smyger here. Let's grab the trap. Let's go Inclusion. Add... Tristaros. Let's go Tristaros Grave Effect. Pop. Summon. If I go Excel, what can I send off of Excel? kind of nothing. That would do anything at this point. So I think we just go these two. Yeet, yeet. Sulfapnir. Into this guy. Because I'm not locked out of Synchros yet. Because I haven't used the on-field effect of Thisern nor Smiter. Infinity. And then we go... Sulfador. Hawk. Summon. What do we have in Grave? We have Citry. Citry requires the monster in Grave, right? Yeah. So we could special summon Citry. And then we could go into... Phaedon Dragster. Perhaps a non-tuner. We go Citry, we go into Samurai Destroyer. We normal summon the Tristaros. That gives us the ability to go into Phaedon Dragster, and then from there we could summon... Oh, could we do that? Is this a tuner? No. Okay, so we wouldn't be able to go on the Queriondrax. Trying to think of a way to consistently be able to access the Queriondrax here. We could go into... There's not really a great way of doing that without using both tuners that we would have on field. Maybe that's worth it? Probably not. Let's do this. I think we're still definitely a specialist summoning the Citry. We summon this guy. Yeah, we can't go into Quarion. Yeah, we just summon this guy. And then we'll go... Sam D, I guess. These two. And then we'd be able to go, like... We'd be able to do a few things, but not a lot of things. I think this is enough, right? See, here I can go Quarion. My opponent isn't doing what I'm lying to. That monster. Ah. Okay. I didn't realize that did say that monster. I am the Goofy Goober. But that's okay. Put back the Citry. Great. Kind of tired of tier? Me too. Yes, grass is criminal. I will agree with that. That is frustrating to have the opponent activate grass and then be ever so rewarded. That being said, tier is not dead enough to not see it. this hand is crazy. Smile. How good do I think Chimera is at climbing? Not. I think Chimera heavily relies on your opponent not seeing like any of the most common cards that currently exist in Yu-Gi-Oh! Which means it's pretty bad. That is a great hand. Very glad we saw that. So this locks us into machines, right? Yeah. Okay. That is something to keep in mind. I don't think it matters here because we weren't ever getting access to the other thing, but it is still something to keep in mind. We'll go Fistburn to add Sulfador, Sulfonier, Pitch, I guess Smiger, Pop Self Effect, Special the Tristaros, effect of the Smiger. Do we add inclusion here? No, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, we still add cluster. Let's go for the Sinkuro Shokan. Sinkuro Shokan. You can oftentimes play into Valor or Imperm. Patrol being common is bad against Chimera. Yeah. Also, it doesn't play that well into things like Called By, the Bestials, stuff like that, which are fairly common as well. Which is why it's like, I mean, it's not like the worst, but it's also not like the best. Add Tristaros, I guess. Sure, I have normal. Maybe that wasn't the correct play. It's fine. Pop, special, you, and you. Yeah, I think I goofed. I definitely wasn't supposed to add this back to the hand. That was dumb. That was dumb. We learned. I was like, oh, I get to add a thing. But I think just having it engrave would have been better, because then we could just special summon back the, I'm lying to you, we wouldn't have been able to special summon back the Tristaros. I guess, like, this isn't, to be fair, this isn't, like, terrible. Citri can go into Epidon Dragster, we have Infinity, and we have Cluster, and then we have Tristaros and Solvador as follow-up, alongside Inclusion. Like, this is not bad, all things considered. But I definitely think I could have done better there. I think if I add... If I add something other than the... Why did I detach that guy as opposed to a guy that actually does something engraved like Sulfador? Don't know. It's fine. Don't think about it. Will it get better as more support within its tri-type rolls out? Chimera? No. Is this face-up card? Yeah. It is face-up card. I guess I could have popped Inclusion there. That, like, actually wouldn't have been a bad option. Let's do this. Add Inclusion. Let's go Sulfador. Summon. Effect. Send. And send. Effect. Something. Summon this guy. Yeet. Why? What? Nope, make that make sense. Why was I unable to activate the effect of the Tristaros Engrave in order to pop the Skeletus? What is preventing me from doing that? I guess the game's stopping me from making a bad play. It's like, don't do that. That's stupid. That wouldn't do what you think it is. This is the best Cyber Dragon deck ever. True. Cubic was released 9 years ago and hasn't gotten any support. That is very funny. That's all I gotta say. Tri-Brigade is still waiting on its support. When are we getting Tri-Brigade support? No one likes Chimera. Give me Tri-Brigade. Give me Tri-Brigade. Give me Sprite support. When's the new Sprite support? I clicked the wrong button. Okay. Get the Bucephalos 3. Honestly, if they give me a good Bucephalos, I will not be sad. Like, I'll be okay with that. That seems fine by me, buddy old pal old friend. Also, I need to remember to change, like, Droll and maybe the Bastials as well to Droll. This is a hand that does exist. I think we send Fistburn here, right? I think we send Fistburn. Fistburn. Grab Sulfnir. Go Sulfnir. Pitch Citri, I guess? Maybe I should have pitched Tristaros. Summon Sulfdor. I should have normal summoned this guy first. Yeah, this was dumb. Because they're gonna imperm this immediately. Yeah, that was so dumb. That was so dumb. I had that too. Because, like, literally, if I just normal summon the Tristaros there, we're A-okay. We're, like, totally cooking. But no, I just decided to goof. And be a dumb. Be a dumb. That's okay. It's okay, right? Smile. Add this guy. Summon you and you. Here and here. Effecto. Summon this guy. I think we still basically end on the same board. This summons a tuner from deck. Which, like, doesn't do anything, does it? Yeah. Not having Citri does make this a bit worse. But it's still doable. It's still okay. Not getting drolled there was, I think, the biggest thing. Put it over here. Drawing cycle makes new cards, lasts for 6 months, realizes a card they were making splashable. There's extra restrictions, limits the cards, limits most of the cards. And then finally renders the deck unplayable. Yeah, pretty much. Add the trap. Set 1. Set 2. Yeah, I realized immediately I should have normal the Tristaros first. Drill Beam. Reveal load. Well, fuck me. Okay. Just Sulfador. Of course they have Drill Beam. Why would they not? Battle Phase. Of course. Why would you not? Yeah. No effect. That's fine. We'll keep Cluster. Uh-huh. Lordly Load. No. Do you have Called by 2? You just goaded with the sauce? Nope. Sick. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, bud. Ooh, fuck you, Evenly. Man, I hate Evenly. Are there any military archetypes? Many. A lot of machine archetypes are military-esque. Every time you get hit with Evenly, you win anyway? Man, I wish I was you. Dude, I lose all the time to that. It's like ridiculous. It's ridiculous. This is a hand that does exist. You piece of garbage. I hate the primary cards. I always lose to the primary cards, dude. Machina, Earth Machines in general. Earth Machines less so, but like Machina in particular. There's a bunch of other like robot-esque stuff that's like military based. Do you have Sage? How much do you want to bet? Normal summon Sage. Go. Yeah, I'm not playing that one out. Blue Eyes players, drawing everything they could have ever asked for. Name a better duo. And also making me brick. Do you see that brick? Rebel Bots? Rebel Bots isn't really military. Would you consider Rebel Bots military? I guess, like, technically speaking, it is. But it feels very different. It feels almost more like, less like military and more like commercial grade robots. Do we have to contend with Fua or Lukukarasha or something of that nature? Probably. Am I okay with that? More or less. No Lukukarasha. Interesting. No Ash either. Troll? Troll. Okay. It's a little frustrating. It was not the end of the world. This doesn't really do anything. Right. Yeah. Could just normal go combat. Like, that's a reasonable play. Should I have made SP there? Yes. That was dumb. Imperm? Oh, cool. Droll is everywhere right now? Yeah. It's not the most uncommon, but it's also not the most common. How long do I think it will take to get to Master 1? It depends on how many games you want to play. Or I should say, it depends on how many hours in the day you want to play. Because it's mostly about, like, putting in the hours. Almost more so than anything. This hand sucks ass, by the way. It'll be in every main deck when Mitsurugi comes around. True. Bestial. Yeah, that's fine. You can have a Bestial. It's not gonna do anything. Sure. Oh? That's a choice. I see. Yeah. Send the counter trap. Whoa, crazy. Who would have guessed? I love sending cards for cost. Konami needs to never print a card that sends for cost ever again. Like, it's so stupid, dude. Reveal the Magnum Hut. Sending the Albion. Sending the Magnum Hut. Okay. We're actually playing the gold. Okay, sure. Yeah, why not? Al Goober. Why? You just get it back during end phase anyway. Okay, sure, bud. Yeah. No. That's a good idea. Damn, that's an insane draw. It's a really good draw. I think that just kills them. Like, I think they're just dead. Yeah. That, I think, literally kills them. That draw ended the game. If I had to, like, normal summon Tristaros there and like, do Crystron shit, like, that doesn't do anything. The Sengajin literally ends the game. It's just that much damage. Millennium! Woo! Millennium's so crazy! Zombie Neptibus. Yeah, imagine sending for cost. Here's the thing. If you have to discard a card for cost, that's fine. Sending a card to the graveyard from deck for cost should be illegal. There should be no more cards that do that. This is a hand that specifically requires me to lock myself pretty early. So, I guess... I think we go Smyger here, right? No. We go Thisfern. We go Thisfern. Thisfern effect. Target. Promptly get impermed. Cry. Okay, everybody in chat, point and laugh. Point and laugh at the doofus who decided to gamma a fist burn. Hold on. You can only use one effect per... Never mind. Never mind. Forget. Forget I said anything. To be fair, though, point and laugh anyway. Clockwork is your friend to get the Crystron engrave. Yeah, you're right. I should have normal summoned the Smiter and then linked off. I did not realize that this was a 1 effect per turn. My bad. What did we just send? What does this do? You banish this, then send a ritual spell? Oh, okay. That's crazy. Anyway. I don't think it's actually... I think it's like Ryuge. Oh, shit. What the hell? Okay. You banish this to send a ritual spell. This effect becomes the ritual spell. Okay. Aratama. Aratama. Am I dead? Kapos, no. Yeah, had I gone Smyger there... Smyger, grab... Would they not just gamma the Smyger anyway? I don't know. It might have mattered. Then again, it might not have. Wait, what? Shake Peacock. Sure. Doesn't this bring itself back? This ain't cheap. I have no idea what this deck does. I only know partially what this deck does due to Master Saga. But I really did think it did more. So you're telling me they have nothing? Okay. This deck is unbeatable in Saga? Yeah, it's very good. It's very, very good. That's what it does. It's during the standby phase that it comes back. Mail lead it. Wait, do they have a... Oh, they have this thing. Okay, so they can ritual on my turn. Let's remember that. And I believe the ritual bounces, if I'm not mistaken. Add Sulfafnir. I know that they don't have Droll. Does it make sense to normal summon the Tristaros here? I think I actually wait on that. Because I think they bounce. So I think we just go this guy. I think we pitch this. Yeah. They do have a response. They have the ability to ritual summon. Actually, they don't ritual summon from deck. Never mind. I don't think that does anything. Yeah, I don't think that card does anything. Never mind. I thought this was better. It's not. I lied to you. It does not matter. It would not have done anything. Yeah, it wouldn't have done anything. That's my bad. The field spell, rituals from deck. So they had 0 plays. Okay, that's what I figured. Going second. Going to... Why is Makonko Water Arabesque in there? Because they were playing the Makonko Ritual to Ritual Summon it to OTK. This is a hand that does exist. It's actually a pretty good hand, to be fair. It's not an insane hand, but it's a pretty good one. If you snipe the field spell, its entire momentum tanks. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, hooray. Woo. 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 I heckin' love Barrel. Barrel. He's my favorite. I love Drill Beam. Wait. 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 Called by? Yeah. And then ready? Activate, wishes. How much do I want to bet they activate wishes here? And I just get to lose my mind. Oh? That's a choice. Yeah. Okay. So I know that they have field spell in hand. That's it. So it's that and Drill Beam, and likely this is the trap card. Okay. Well, that's interesting. That at least turns off Seal, which is nice. I think you do this. I think you do activate this and bounce the Lordly Load. Right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, I could have crowed that. That's what I should have done. Oh, I'm fucking stupid. Yeah, I should have crowed that so that they don't get the guy on field. I just figured they had the trap, but they could have not. And they were just planning on doing this to summon the normal monster. Yeah, that was really stupid. No, that was really dumb. Yeah, I definitely should have done that. Well, shirt balls. That's frustrating. Frustrating. Drill Beam. Mm-hmm. It's not the end of the world. It's just the end of the world as we know it. Ash? What deck do I think is fun to learn right now? That's not overpowered or frustrating to play against. Not Yu-Gi-Oh! obviously Sulfador, right? Like, it's obviously Sulfador. They just don't have Imperm. Imperm's not real. It can't hurt you. Come on. Dude, I hate this stupid ass deck. Man, go kick rocks. Stupid. Estúpido. If I normal this, does it do anything? The answer to that question is a resounding, no. I could banish the barrel, but that doesn't do anything. I can't make Typhon. We could do that and then special summon this guy back, but that, like, it doesn't do anything either. Could I have gone for something else? I guess I could have gone like Smyger there, right? And then grabbed the trap card. Maybe the trap card was more worthwhile. No, yeah, I don't. Could I have done anything differently there? No, I think I was cooked. Dude, I fucking hate Blue Eyes. I can't stand that deck. That deck is so boring to play against, because they always have Drill Beam. And I never feel like I lose to any Blue Eyes cards. It always feels like, except for the stupid-ass Tyrant Dragon, which is so boring and so lame. I always feel like I lose specifically to the Drill Beam. Like, it's always Drill Beam. It's always Drill Beam. It's 100% Drill Beam. Like, 10 bajillion% of the time it's Drill Beam. It's like, awesome, dude. I heckin' love losing to Drill Beam specifically. It's always why I negate the barrel, because I'm like, you know what? Do your stupid ass bullshit. I'm gonna beat you anyway. And then it never works. And I'm just sad. Will I play the new LOL TCG? There's not an online client for it, so no, probably not. It's basically the paper version, I think. Unless I'm wrong. But it's like paper Legends of Runeterra. After dueling 30 plus Blue Eyes Duelists the past 3 seasons, I'm sick of dueling against it. Same. Online TCG clients are coming. True. Either you have online TCGs or you have no actual, or you have like no TCG client, official TCG client. You pissant, man. Fuck you. Called by it doesn't matter. Maiden. Yeah, I figured. It's in hand! 10 out of 10. No, that's perfection, dude. Do I regret my Ash Blossom? Not in the slightest. No, I don't. Normal summon Sage. Sage effect. Yep. Grab. Veiler. Whoa. Sulfaneer. Continuous. And that's kind of it. That does anything. Oh. Voodoo Eyes. Whoa. So cool and interesting. Yeah, Drill Beam literally cooks my ass. This is absolutely beatable. I don't love it, but it's beatable. Because we know card in hand is Valor, but the problem is, like, Spirit just is so insanely good here. Unless they're stupid and make Seal. Spirit negate, like, Smiger is more or less a death sentence. They always have Drill Beam. You know what? You are right. That last card in hand is absolutely Drill Beam. Okay, cool. They're stupid. Let's go! I love being stupid! Let's hack and roll. To be fair, if they bounce Smiger, do I just die? Yes. The answer to that question is a yes. No shot you have Drill Beam. I refuse. There's no fucking way you have Drill Beam here anyway. Man, I hate this game. Man, are you kidding me? Really? You just have it? You just natty have it. Is there a card that I could draw here that does anything? No. What a good card. No, I do think we do this. I do think we do this. I have to hope and pray they do not have Drill Beam. I can beat anything else. I can't beat Drill Beam. Also, me and my homies hate Magnemite. Oh! Wait, that's crazy. Wait, that's crazy. Wait, that's actually insanity. No way. No way it's not Drill Beam. Nah. Nah. That's crazy. That means it's called by, right? Like 1000%. It's called by? Let's go. Let's fucking go. No Drill Beam or they're bad. One of the two. Have not figured out which yet. And burn! Do I get a query on his ass? I think I do. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh, wait, right. That happens. How much does that matter? A little. It does matter. It does matter. I forgot about that. I forgot about that. I forgot about that. I forgot that they can just search Valor. And they did. So if I go into this, add a Christian card from Graver Banishment to hand. I have normaled, so that doesn't really do anything, does it? Yeah, I think I actually go this. Summon here. Z. Do I know it's in hand? I don't, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. God, good game. Please be stupid. Fuck. Samurai doesn't do anything there. Yeah. Stars. Does this negate? Excel doesn't do anything, right? So frustrating. Dawn Dragster doesn't really do anything either, does it? It kinda does. Samurai might be the best play here. Like doesn't do anything. I think I just lose. I think I just hard lose, huh? Man, why the fuck can you search barrel? That's so stupid. Me and my homies hate Drill Beam. Yeah, but Infinity doesn't do anything unless it has a material to detach. Fusion summon? Yeah, I'm negating that. I know that they have the, field spell, right? Oh, they set the Drill Beam? So now they have Drill Beam 2, no? What did they search? And they just set it from deck. Okay. Yeah. Sad wishes. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Wow, just draw everything you could have ever asked for. God, I hate these stupid-ass Blue Eyes player that just get, like, the mandate of heaven. Just giving them everything they could have ever asked for. It's so frustrating, because it's always Blue Eyes. Then they reveal load with beam last turn. Yeah. The load that they had activated? Yeah. This is a hand that does exist. That like hard loses to a lot. Most notably Ash. It also technically loses to Droll, but I'm almost certain they have Imperm. Or Ash. I think it's actually Ash here. Ash. Oh, no, what the hell? It's Citry? Really? That's what I hit? Fuck. Oh, that's frustrating. Yeah, Citry, like, doesn't do anything here. I guess I can make Baron? Yeah, I guess I can make Baron. Oh, that's frustrating. I hit literally nothing else there? That was tragic. That was tragic. At the very least, I do have Cluster now, and it is online. So that's like something. That's like something, right? What the fuck was that lag? No, I don't run Photon. There's no reason to run Photon. Hello, game? What the? Am I talking? Is that me? Ready? Harpy's Feather Duster. Go. Maiden. Maiden's fine. Trap effect. What if I activated my trap effect? That'll... I'm abso-freaking-lutely infirming that. There's no shot I'm not. Link 1. I hate when I'm right. Why would they... Do you see what I mean? espíritu. No. Stupid bitch. Also, of course, I milled the drill beam for them. What a great game. Ready? Activate wishes. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Dumb piece of shit. Man, fuck you. Man, I hate you specifically. You stupid bitch. Just getting everything you could have ever asked for. I wish I was this good. Why can't I draw like this? Branded and Blue Eyes players literally just get given a godlike hand every time. It's so fun. It's so fun and cool and interesting. What a sick and fun and twisted game. And now I lose because they get to go and activate the effect of the wishes and then just go into... You can't do this. How do they... They're cheating. There's no way they're not cheating. There's no way Konami is not literally stacking the deck for them. How do they keep doing this? Like, it's every fucking Blue Eyes player. Any other player, not a problem. Standard hands, normal gameplay, understandable. Blue Eyes, branded, they do something. They're cheating in some capacity. Konami is making the decks way better for them. Huh? Damn, dude, I wish I was that good. That's all. I just wish I was that good. I swear if I have to play against another Blue Eyes player that just gets everything gifted to them, I'm gonna scream. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's so unbelievably frustrating. It's just like, hey, you wanted to do a thing? Yeah, too bad. They drew literally godlike. And there was no way you could have ever won. It's like, great, yeah, that's what I wanted. To know that I was going to lose no matter what I did? Hell yeah, dude. Cash. Sick. Like, my Cash Tira. My Cash Tira now. Get owned, loser. Oh. I'm gonna grab Sulfador. Oh shit, I'm stupid. That was dumb. I forgot that it discarded. That was just really stupid. Hopefully it doesn't matter, but it very well could. Oh shit, I'm dumb. Or I just like clogged my zones like immensely. It's fine. I forgot to link these guys off into SP. I can just add this back, and it's fine. Smile. You and you. Is it just Tristaros? No, it's Citri. Yeah, we'll pass that. Did that wrong. I definitely did that wrong, but still. Mm-hmm. Man, I played that poorly. This is a hand that does lose to Lakukaracha. Huh. What hand doesn't lose to Lakukaracha, to be fair? Oh, surprising. What you playing? Nothing. I don't get enough. I could have punished them by normaling the Tristaros earlier there. That's probably what I should have done, huh? Yeah, probably. Okay, now we're gonna normal something. this turn. Locks me into machines. I think Zombie Vamp's just sitting on the field here at this point. I could go Excel here, search. What? Kinda nothing, huh? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I definitely could have done that better. Definitely could have. I think had I gone instead into... Had I used Smyger to search the trap, I think that might have been better. I don't know. You summon a non-tuner specifically. You also summon a non-tuner, right? No, you just summon a Crystron monster. Oh, that would have been smarter. Oh, I see, I see. So we could do that. Summon that guy, and then summon... You know what? Yeah, that's fine. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. I thought I had 5 engraved. I didn't. That was dumb. It should still work. Stupid. That was really, really stupid. Oh, we're playing bad cards. Okay, cool. Almost on the barrel. Damn, I really misplayed that. Because I figured we had a 5 engrave, but I should have checked. Because if we have a 5 engrave there, they just like get cooked, right? And that was the idea. Was like, oh, I have a 5, so I can go into the Quarion, and then I could just banish the field, and then not have to contend with basically anything. And then I have the negate to contend with whatever they have in hand. Yeah, I just wasn't paying attention. I think it's because I had the Sulfador in hand, and so I thought that I had 2 Sulfadors in that I had like gotten 2 into rotation, but that wasn't the case. Hold on. Go fuck yourself, you stupid piece of shit. Man, I hate you. I hope you have a horrible day. How much do you want to bet they have Sage 2 Electric Boogaloo? You piece of shit, dude. I fucking hate this game. Why? What the hell was that hand? I don't want to follow them. Why would I ever want to follow them? Why would that button exist? Thank you, game. Thank you, game, for being just an absolute shit show. Just being the absolute fucking worst. Holy crap, dude. Block him! Why is there a maximum number of blocks? Man, fuck you, game. This deck sucks ass. I fucking hate it, dude. Wait, passing. sure. Yeah, dude. For fucking sure, dude. Cold Buy's actually kind of crazy here, I'm not gonna lie. I love Cashiers, dude. Cashiers are so sick. Finish Zombie Vamp. Yeah, that makes sense. Hilarious. Do you have, like, meta noise? You've got to be fucking with me. I hate this game, dude. If it's not exactly meta noise, I'm fine. But of course it's exactly meta noise, so I'm not fine. Why did I do that? Because I hate myself. You've got to be kidding, dude. That's so frustrating. I can't believe I lost to that. Because they drew fucking meta noise. And because stupid bullshit-ass Kashtira cards exist. This game is so bad, dude. It's actually crazy how bad this game is. Ah! Fuck you! Go away! I wish you the worst. You player. I wish you cancer. I wish you broken legs. I wish you have a horrible summer. Just fuck you. Go to hell, you dumb piece of shit. God, this game sucks. What a good game. What a fun and interesting game of Yu-Gi-Oh! No way. No way you drew that, you dumb motherfucker. If I see you activate Maxi, I'm going to actually just kill myself. Like, are you kidding me? This game is so unbelievably bad. It's actually just frustrating. Could have been Baron there. Wow. Imagine thinking that Maxi will ever be hit. We'll go this way. Fistworm. I'm fucking stupid. I did it again. I was supposed to go SP on top of this with the Golem before activating this effect specifically. God damn it. It's fine. It's not fine, but it's fine. Why is Cluster engraved? This game is real good. That's true. Hello? Watch me just get super poly here and it not matter. Why did that take so long? What's going on? Okay. That's a choice. Why Gwen? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, Goober. Or El Goober. Bro really said I don't like that artwork. Give me the better one. And then summon the worst one. Smile. Yeah, that's fine. Whoa, brand diffusion. What a guess. Activate the brand diffusion. Droplet. Not done. No notes. This game, every time, just playing this game in general just makes me so angry. It's so bad, dude. I'm gonna call it quits there. I can't stand this game for any longer. I'm so tired. You can't make me enjoy this game anymore. That's all. Thoughts on post Banlist? It did nothing. The big thing is Snake Eye really did nothing. Nothing that mattered happened with that deck. I think it makes it more restrictive in the way that you can build your deck, but other than that, Crystron and other such Millennium-focused archetypes, things that focused on the Millennium stuff as like a secondary engine, did receive a hit, but not enough to where it actually feels like it matters. It feels like you still get to do the same things, and while, yes, you don't get to do the way overpowered stuff as consistently, you still get to do the same bullshit fairly consistently anyway. So, it really feels like nothing actually changed, and either that means that Konami knew what they were releasing next was going to be impactful, like a Malice or a Ryzeal, or they're very, very stupid and don't understand the way that the game actually functions and are trying their best and are trying to not make us or not give us UR crafting points. And I think that's it. I think those are like the only two options. I would be surprised if Konami genuinely thought that this was going to do anything. I would like genuinely be surprised if Konami actually thought this was how to deal with Snake Eye. Get rid of Maxi and the game becomes so much better. I hate to break it to you, that's not true. Maxi is not the only problem. And it doesn't make the game so much better. Because you still have to contend with an obscene amount of bullshit. It helps a lot. It helps a little. There is like a mountain of shit piled upon this game right now that we have to contend with, and banning Maxi is like removing a foot of it. It's better, but there's so much other crap you have to deal with that it doesn't actually change much. And it doesn't make the game feel much better. Fuwa is a mere suggestion. That is true. There are so many cards that are genuinely held back right now by Maxi. And while it's not like, oh, if Maxi gets banned, all of a sudden all of these cards become playable. But it is like, more people are actually going to actually contest it. Or like, interact with that idea. Mermail becomes more popular. Memento becomes more popular. Memento less so. Random bullshit combo decks like we had in the first bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, like the Halka-Fibrax Turbo stuff. Because Auroradon still exists, so like a bunch of that stuff becomes playable still, right? Lots of other decks like that. On top of that, with that becoming more popular, that makes Stun more popular. So it's just like, I don't think banning Maxi actually does anything to make the game more fun for anyone. Unless you also ban, like, 17 other cards. Like, if you ban Maxi, you have to ban Apo. And you have to ban Baron. And you have to ban Galaxy Tomahawk. And you probably have to ban Auroradon. And, like, a bunch of other stuff that I can't think of off of the top of my head that are also just, like, stupid-ass combo enablers. But that's, like, never gonna happen. The fact that we got Maxi to 2 is surprising. Because that's something that genuinely should, like, never happen in Master Duel, according to the way that Konami currently balances the game. Actually, no, it's exactly what should happen now that I'm thinking about it, because it makes the least amount of sense. Because Maxi at 3 makes the most amount of sense, where it's like, oh, Maxi at 3 means that we're keeping specific things in check, but Maxi at 2 means that Maxi itself is a problem, and Konami recognizes that, and yet are still like, no, we need to keep it around to keep stuff in check, but only at lower amounts, which doesn't make sense, because if you're trying to keep stuff in check, you'd want to have the check, like, actually be as playable as possible. I don't know. Snake Eyes was not the problem. Snake Eyes wasn't the problem. The Millennium stuff was not the problem. I can get a list of 40 plus. I said what you would have to ban if you banned Maxi. I didn't say what you should be banning. It's like a traditional format light. Yeah. The thing is, in a best of one, you need, like, there are so many more cards you just have to remove from gameplay. Because they don't provide interesting games. Because either they just immediately are invalidated because of, like, a negate or something like that. Or they create incredibly unfun game states. And there's, like, no in between. Right? A lot of them are, like, floodgates and board breakers. No, you shouldn't have access to Raigeki in a best of one. In a best of 3, sure. In a best of 1, absolutely not. Things like evenly matched, things like Harpy's Feather Duster, things like Skill Drain and Teak Boo are things that should not exist in best of 1. And if you were to ban Maxi, a lot of that shit also has to go. Because if you ban Maxi, you have to actually take into consideration that you're playing the game for fun. But that's never going to happen. Konami doesn't recognize this as a fun game. It's just another lottery to them. They're not doing it for fun, they're doing it to make people play the lottery. Because that's their goal, that's how they make money, that's what they do. They make plinko machines and gambling machines and machines that allow you to pay more money to get nothing. That's it. Oh, why does Konami have to make such a beautiful game? No, sorry. Why is it that Katsuki Takahashi made such a beautiful game and it ended up in the hands of Konami? Maybe one of the worst companies to ever be a part of a video game. They should never, ever be a part of a video game. Or of a game in general. Because they are so heavily money focused and gambling focused, it's terrible. It's so bad. They're like, how can we squeeze the most amount of money out of you in a way that represents gambling? It's just... Oh. I think I'd rather have fucking EA in this as opposed to this. No, I'm lying to you. EA is worse, but still. It's... Anyway. Rant over. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope that you guys did indeed enjoy. Stay frosty. Bye-bye.